From Las Vegas, it's Let's Talk News Now with Rick and Ella.
And welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. We were, in fact, enjoying a conversation about what is reality, what people are drawn to, and what is true entertainment. I am glad right now to say that I have what I consider true entertainment.
Right.
Okay.
Reality entertainment. Real.
Tony Filacetta, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, I'm telling you
yeah,
what,
good to be here.
I absolutely love it.
Welcome.
Tony, if you go anywhere in Las Vegas, you're going to see yourself as an entertainer in any number of performances. Mm-hmm. I know that you do some things with some tribute bands. I also know that you do tribute to Dean Martin.
Yeah.
You are in your Swingin' Pedestrians show over at the House of Blues, right?
We were there last night, which was Tuesday, yeah. And we play around town a couple of times a month, trying to get a steady gig somewhere to make the Swingin' Pedestrians a show that we can promote and keep going, because that's kind of what we do. You know, it's a throwback to the 50s and 60s, the old swinging and rockabilly type stuff. We all dress up, look sharp.
Yay.
We have burlesque dancers that we usually perform with.
Yay.
Old school burlesque dancers, not the new school burlesque.
There's new school.
And yeah, but we have a lot of.
You're happy with either, right?
Yeah, sure. Hey, it's all good. But we have a lot of swing dancers and a lot of friends in the community, and we put on a great, entertaining, high energy show, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of the vintage Vegas that's going around. Well, it has been going around for a while, but little shows in town. Frankie Marino's doing his thing. Matt Goss has been doing his thing. But other friends of mine like Art Vargas, Laura Schaefer, you know, myself with the Swingin' Pedestrians, we all try to tap into the old vintage Vegas vibe. My buddy Kyle does a monthly swing event, which is it's called the Stomp. Mm-hmm. And you know, everybody. We have burlesque shows that go on that are old school burlesque. So we're all touching on that Vegas vibe from yesteryear, and we want to do that.
Well, you know, I think it's what Vegas is built on. As you know, we have had any number of tribute artists on the show. We have had Rob Garrett, who does the King of Diamonds, Diamonds tribute. Gary Anthony, who does a fantastic Sinatra. We tease her about it every time, because the first time she saw Gary perform, she literally was she wasn't even further than like 15 feet away, and she actually started to tear up. Because it was just like watching him, you know, watching.
There's a reason for that. I used to steal my dad's tapes, and he loved Frank Sinatra, and so I would stand there and put his like turntable, and he had one of those too, and I would sing to all the songs, so I knew all the songs, so they have sentimental value to me. So obviously when he was singing, it was like, oh, I'm singing it again, I'm singing it.
Well, one of the things I ask all the tribute artists, since you do a tribute to Dean Martin, in doing an icon, not only an entertainment icon, but a Las Vegas icon.
Yeah, very much.
Is it easier? Is it harder? Does the audience expect more from you? I mean, how do you kind of do that? Do you just lock into a moment in time where you say, I'm going to do Dean Martin from this year to this year, or this kind of, how does that work in your?
Well, I mean, as an impersonator, number one, people want to, when they come out, they want to see that person looks like that person. Okay. If you come out, you don't even look anything like that person, which there are shows around town that happens, believe it or not. But if you come out and you at least look like that person or have the characteristics of that person right away, it's going to hit them, because they want to walk away going, wow, we saw such and such, and man, they looked exactly like them, or they sounded just like them. So you want to get the styling, the look, and some characteristics, the voice, things like that, and really try to hit a home run with them right out of the gate.
So what you're saying is I should never do Ozzy Osbourne?
No, you can do it. Get yourself a wig. You'll be all right. Yeah.
It could be like a dark theater type of thing, you know, sound like him.
Yeah.
Is it tough though to do that, because there's the physical side of it, right? The aesthetic appearances, but then there's the other side, which is also to sound like him, the mannerisms, and all the things that go with it.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain amount of toughness to do it. That's, you know, it's not easy. You have to study things and work on it, and make sure you try to get it down, work on it in front of a mirror, videotape yourself, watch it back, watch videos of Dean, and, you know, try to get these things down, because, you know, people are going to expect to see that and to hear it. So yeah, there's a certain amount of hardness to it, but yet if you let it flow and make it look easy, then they'll be more comfortable with it.
I remember, and I really do, I find this interesting, because each of the entertainers that have been on, we've talked about this, have a slightly different perspective. One said that it was actually you almost have to channel the individual. You have to almost kind of live and so on. Then another person said it's actually, another entertainer said it's actually harder because the real person could make mistakes. The real entertainer could have an off night.
Yeah.
And it would be okay because you saw them, right? But when you're doing a tribute, you got to be spot on to be exactly as what the audience expects.
Now, one side note on Dean is that you can get up there and maybe make a little mistake, laugh at yourself, be a little drunk in your actions because that was Dean. People are going to expect him to kind of mess up or slur over a word or forget a line and laugh at himself. So you kind of get a little bit of leeway with Dean. Because with Frank, you can't do that. You got to be right on with Frank. Dean, you got a little play. You know what I mean? So you got something like that,
isn't it?
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking with Tony Felicetta a little bit more about some of the other things that you got going on. Don't go away. We'll be right back.